welcome the entrance of Mr. Jeff Spicoli.
Yay. Just for the record, I'd like to point out that he's wearing half of wig. That was like his Taps hair on the top and a wig on the bottom. And fake braces and red in his eyes to sting his eyes, just because Sean needs to feel the pain of being a surfer.
I always thought that that guy would be played by a real kid that we found on the beach or at a bus stop who didn't know the joke. Because those guys don't know the joke. Or at least all the stoners would just be funny in ways they had no idea they were funny.
Yeah.
And so it was really kind of almost a violation when Don Phillips said, we got this kid coming in from Taps, and he's supposed to be great. And then it was Sean, who I don't think even read. I don't think he even auditioned. We just hired him, or we brought him to you, I think, at that point.
I think you guys saw him and talked to him, and you just were blown away. And then I was going to meet him, and he was going to read.
Right.
And I just remember walking through the outer office, and he was sitting on the floor, and he looked up at me, and his intensity.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh my God, he's like a stoner character or anything. It was just like the intensity of Sean Penn.
Wow.
And it was like, wow.
Yeah.
And you don't know, it's like, and my impression is like, okay, whatever that is, that's in the movie.
Right.
And so I said, well, there's a lot of people that could be stoners. Would you want to read for Brad? And he said, no, I'm only reading for Spicoli. It was like,
right,
he
I remember
knew
that.
what he wanted to do, and that was it. That was his part. And he read, and if you remember, it wasn't like he blew us away with the reading.
That's right.
He wasn't Jeff yet. In fact, Eric Stoltz, I'd have to say, gave a better reading. But we just all knew he was Sean, and he was amazing. It was like it was a no-brainer.
I also remember that he told us, I'll bring it. I'll bring that guy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
He'll be there. And then basically the next time we saw him, he was in character. And we called him Jeff the whole movie.
Yeah.
Nobody called him Sean.
No, he wouldn't allow that. In fact, his answering machine was Jeff. And he would write me these little notes that was like, aim, costumes went very.
Wow.
Just like,
wow.
And then when we were going to rehearse, and I had never rehearsed before, so I didn't know what you were supposed to do. And I thought, okay, let's just all go to high school and we'll have a pretend class.
Oh, wow.
I didn't call it rehearsing, I called it pretending.
How great.
And so he said, well, okay, but I don't want to be in the class. I want to, barge in on it. And he decided him and his friends would, disrupt it, and they'd bring Chinese food. And that was the only rehearsal we did.
That's right. So his thing was he felt the other characters looked at Spicoli a little bit as a nuisance.
Yeah.
And so he was a nuisance
to them. And when we would be going around and hanging around at lunch court in the school, he would just run around trying to, pick up, Phoebe's skirt.
Yeah.
Or bother her or pull their hair or something. So he was just like, they're trying to get into their characters, and he's pissing them off.
Wow. In fact, there was a nickname going around, Sean De Niro.
Yeah. Well, he worshipped De Niro.
It all worked out.
Yep.
I love what you said about Spicoli has to be the spice. It's so true. Because I know you've probably been bombarded over the years on people saying, hey, let's do a Spicoli sequel. Just Spicoli.
You remember the first day we saw the movie in Westwood, and I guess, who was it from the studio? It was Tom or Sean or somebody said, okay, guys, Spicoli goes to college.
Yeah, they were just ready to go.
They're ready to go.
It wouldn't have been the same. Now, my parents were dying to come to the set. And Amy, you had invited them and all that, which was really cool. The one day that they could make it was this day.
Oh, we were just in a little piece of wood on the stage.
And Sean was not a fan of having people on the stage that weren't part of our world. And I snuck him in, completely out of his eye range.
Uh-huh.
And after this scene, he came out to me and he said, somebody's here, right? I said, yeah, my parents, but you couldn't see him. And he goes, I felt them.
Whoa. That is so Sean.